You've enjoyed all the videos. This is the last part. This is part 3. I'm actually standing outside the Sheraton Vistana. This is what you'll see when you arrive. Hopefully you've enjoyed the videos. Hopefully that you found them useful and helpful. If you have, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. It does help. There's a little bit more to show you around the Sheraton, which I'm going to do now. But basically that's been it as far as the resort goes. I hope you found it informative, and I hope if you are coming to Orlando, you may give it some thought, maybe even come and stay here. I don't know what the new cost will be for next year, but as I say, I'll probably be coming back same time next year, and I'm guessing for my stay it'll be a similar price, maybe a little bit more, but not a lot. I've personally enjoyed coming here, and I always do, which is why I keep returning. I think for most people, certainly families, etc., it's a great place to come. It's well located, it's near all the theme parks. You've got Epic Adventure literally down the road, you've got SeaWorld, Disney, Universal. They're all within 10-15 minutes drive of here, so as location wise I don't think you can get much better. The only problem I've had is, as I say, is with the parking. I still think that's a bit of a cheat from the Marriott, but there you go, that's what they're doing. All I can suggest is when you book, just keep that in mind and sort of just add it to the cost of the holiday, and then it won't kind of bug you so much. Anyway, let's move on. We're going to go inside. I'm going to show you the reception, and then there's one other section that we haven't covered, and I'm going to show you that as well. So stay tuned, keep with it, and hopefully you'll enjoy the rest of it. Start to go in, like I've shown already earlier. You drive into the thing. There's the security gate just over there. Now, I've actually checked out. Apparently, there's about there's not 800. There's 1,400 rooms here. As you go over, there's a lake, as you can see. And there's also one that goes on the other side. It's like a little river, I suppose. It goes all the way around. So you'll come in, you'll drive up here. I've decided to walk this as opposed to drive it, just so you get a better idea. So you come up here, and straight ahead of you is the reception. They call it the clubhouse. I suppose it's a bit like a golf club. But you drive up here. You can't really park right outside, but you go in through the main entrance, which I'm going to show you because I'm going up there now. So we go up here. It's a bit of a walk, but as I say, you wouldn't be walking anyway, you would be driving. So you get up here, park on the side like these guys have done. See, they just park on the side, no problem. Then you go inside, which is just over here. And when you go in, you'll be greeted. Now, they never used to do this, but when I came the other day, we actually arrived here, this is exactly how they greeted me. So I would guess you'll get the same thing. So you go in here. This is the entrance. Big lobby when you get here, as you'll see. And you get here. There's a nice young lady here. Hi. Now, what will you actually do as they come in? What will you tell them?
I greet them, say welcome in.
Yeah.
And then just to where they go.
Oh, right. Well, there you go. So you know what to expect. And then you go over here, which is where you'll check in. So you've got your check-in desks here. It's usually quite quick. And just over to the left is where the tickets and transportation is, because once you're in here, they'll also give you a pass for your car, and then there's vacation services, and they organise things like if you want to go to a timeshare meet or anything like that, that's where you'll end up. So as you can see, it's quite a big area, and this actually overlooks the pool, which I'm not quite sure if you can see it. But there's like the pool area there. You can go out. I'll show you. There's a photographic section here because they take your pictures and whatever. So if you want to have your photo taken by the official photographer, maybe you're coming here for a special occasion, you can. But yeah, so you come out here, and this is the main pool, as you can see. It's very nice. The pool at the back, which you may just about be able to see, that's where we've been going, and that's called the Cabana Pool. Breeze is just over there in that corner, so you can get restaurant, etc. And if you want a picture, maybe you found something to take it with the minions, well, there you go, there's the two guys there. So you can have your photo taken with the minions, which is a bit different, and it's probably nice to do. So if you want to come across, yeah, hey, look, you've got the minions right there. And you can sit there with them. Maybe if you've got kids, it might be nice. So you can go there, and that's where you go. So that's about it for the reception. Now there's one more section in the Sheraton which I haven't been to yet, and I'm going to take you over there straight away. So when we get there, that will end this part of the video, but I thought you'd like to see everything there is. So until about 5 minutes, that's it. We're at the Key West section of the resort. I've not actually been here before, to be honest. I've never had much reason for it. They've got basketball courts here, as you can see, look, just over here. There's quite a few blocks here with apartments. I think some of these have been refurbished, so they're supposed to be quite nice inside. It's slightly different style to the other. It looks a little bit more, I don't know, countrified. I don't know what you would call it, but it's certainly different from the blocks where we're in and the other block. And apparently, from what I can understand, and I've not been here, as I say, so bear with me, you come down here, and I think this is where the other pool is. And since I've not been here before, your guess is as good as mine, but we'll have a look. But I'm pretty sure that's the pool over there. So you come here, you walk round, oh, there's a pool table there if you want to play pool. There's a little bar over there if you want to get drinks. And this is the pool area. Well, it's a bit more compact than the other one, as you can see. It's a little bit more tranquil, obviously much smaller. But still very nice, and it's different from the others. So if you do fancy a little bit different, this is maybe the place that you can come to. Very quiet. You can hear there's no noise at all. Buildings are just also back out, straight out here, similar to the other. And you can walk round. And I believe that's about it. There's another fountain at the back, but I don't think there's an actual pool. So I think this is it. This is the Key West pool, it says on it. So just to show you, that's basically what you're going to get. They seem to be doing some building work in the back, so whether they're extending, I don't know. But that's the basic pool area. So that more or less concludes the actual tour of the resort. Oh, there's a hot tub. I've just seen there's a hot tub down there. Look, you can see there's a hot tub. So that basically concludes the tour of the resort. And there's not really much more to show you here. I think you've seen just about everything there is to see. We'll carry on with restaurants and anywhere else we go. We may be going to Disney Springs later, so I'll show you that. That's like the shopping area at Disney World, so you can have a look at that. And of course, we'll be going to more restaurants. We're still here for another 5 days, so there will be much more that I'll pack in on this video. If I do decide to go to Epic Adventure, now I've actually been speaking to people about this. They've told me that it's about $160 to go in. It's another $30 to park your car. And then when you get in, you've got huge queues on trying to get on any of the rides. In fact, someone told me they went the other day and they only got on 2 rides. So it's a lot of money to achieve very little. So I'm not sure if I'm going or I'm not going. I think I'll just have to think about it a little bit. But if you decide to go, that's apparently what you're up against. You're very unlikely to do many rides. And strangely enough, it's not even that busy at the moment, even though you can't get on the ride. So God knows what it's going to be like when they open the place up to more people. So until that point reaches, when they do have more people, I'm not sure what to suggest. So as I say, I'm still not sure if I'm going or not. If I do, I'll probably do it as a separate video, because at the moment there's only 3 videos in this particular review. And I think if I do go to Epic, I'll probably do a separate video to show what it's like. Anyhow, stay with this video. There'll be more to come. As I say, we're going to go to more shopping outlets. We may go to Cocoa Beach, which is a different resort. But we'll definitely be going to more restaurants. So stay with it, and I'll be back soon. As I say, don't forget to subscribe, because otherwise you won't see what comes up. And also give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It does help the channel. Thanks for continuing to watch, and hopefully you'll stay with me to the end. Hey, we're back on Vine, which was near where the outlet now was, and we're at a place called Ford's Garage Prime Burgers and Craft Beer. Now, it's called Ford's. It's the same as the car company, and they kind of focus on old-fashioned cars, etc. I've eaten here before. Burgers were pretty good. They've got a number of restaurants, so it's a chain. This is at the front of the place, so it's nicely themed. We're going in here to have lunch, so I'm going to take you in. You can have a look around, and as the food comes up, you'll be able to see that as well. But it's just somewhere different. And as I say, there's the outlet now, which is right opposite, so you're very close. So if you do want to go and eat inside, you can always then go to the shopping mall afterwards. But I think it's really nice here, and it's properly themed. So let me take you inside and you can have a look. They do good burgers as well. They do other things, but burgers is what they're famous for. So I'll show you what it looks like. So there's the bar. It's got a car sitting on the ceiling. And that's the overall restaurant. So I'll switch off now and come back when we start ordering the food. In the restaurant, this is the menu. There's the menu there. It says Ford's. Inside, you've got burgers, different starters, as you can see. It's all themed, obviously, on cars, as you would expect. Barbecue brisket. You've got sandwiches, burgers, as I said, salmon, all sorts of things. So that's the basic menu. Price-wise, well, the one thing they do tell you is you get your own personalised server, and there's a 20% service charge added to your bill. So keep that in mind should you come here. So that's what we're going to order. We just ordered some soft drinks, and I think we're going to have burgers. And we'll go from there. When the burgers come up, I'll show you what they look like. Right, drink-wise, we've got, well, I've got a mango lemonade, which is lovely, and my wife has got a berry, what have you got, a berry lemonade?
Blackberry.
A blackberry lemonade.
It's very intense.
Very intense, apparently.
Delicious.
And very nice, cold, plenty of ice, and very, very refreshing. I've ordered a burger, my wife's ordered a meatloaf, so that's about it for the time being. It's quite a big place, but it is nicely themed, and it's lovely and cool in here. Okay, so the food's been served. There's the burger and fries, which looks lovely. That's the meatloaf with the beans, and this is the young lady, the lovely young lady, who's come and served. Note the dress.
They're all in their Ford garage outfits. So, would you like to say hello to everyone?
Hello.
And maybe you meet them when they come here.
Yeah, come and visit us here at Ford.
There you go. So you've just had an invite. I'm going to enjoy the food, and we'll get back to you when we finished. We finished our meal. Burger was excellent, no problem there. It's a bit like having a sort of a burger from a best friend if you went to his barbecue. Really nice. My wife said the meatloaf was fantastic, so she liked it. Everything here is fully themed. In fact, I just went to the men's room, and the latrine is made out of a metal beer keg, where they converted it into a latrine. The door handle is a petrol pump handle, so everything in here has been thought out and is really good. They do merchandising as well, so you can get t-shirts and other bits and pieces. So if you want to come for a little bit of an experience, definitely recommend Ford's. There's another one of these places out by the Prime Outlet. That's the very big one that's out on International Drive. So if you don't want to come here, there are others. Cost-wise, I'm not totally sure. I think a burger here is about $17. And on top of that, there's a 20% service charge. So it's going to bring it up to just over $20 odd. The drinks were all refillable, so they've been bringing me top-ups. Same with my wife's. I'm guessing the meal's going to come to between $45 and $50, which I suppose sounds a lot, but I mean, it's a high-quality burger. As I say, unlimited soft drink. And of course, you're in a themed restaurant. So I think overall, it's not terrible. So definitely one to put on your list. It's called Ford's, same as the car company, and I think you'll have a really good meal here. So very quick, just coming back, I've just had the check, and the check worked out for the two drinks was $9, $4.50 each. They're refillable, so that was okay. The meatloaf was $18.50. The burger was $15.49. And the total bill, including the service, which they charged $8.50, was $54.94. So not too bad. I said about $50. It came to about another $5 more, but it was about what I expected. So no surprise. Nice meal, completely stuffed, couldn't eat anything else, and I would definitely come back. So that's it for here, and until we move on, I'll see you a bit later. Well, today we've come out for another lunch. I know it seems that whenever you watch the video we're out for lunch. We've come to Four Rivers. This is out in Kissimmee. Now, we've been here lots of times. It's a famous smokehouse. They've got about 7 or 8 of them all over Florida. I think they've even got one in Atlanta. But they're really nice food here. Nice ribs. They do lovely baby back ribs. They do brisket, chicken, everything. They do really, really good food. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So that's it there. Quite a big place. You can sit on the outside if you want. As you can see, there's an entrance there, and you're going around the side. If it's got a fault, it's where it actually is, because it sits right bang on a main road, so it's not exactly got the best view, but you're coming here for the food and not the view. So on the basis of that, I'm going to go over there now and have a look, and I'll pick you up in a second. So we're going over to the restaurant, which is just over here. This is the way in. So that you can eat outside, as I've said. We usually like to eat inside, partly because it's so hot in here. I mean, at the moment it's over 90 degrees. So it's pretty warm. They're just some of the things they do to give you an idea. And they do takeout. So like I did the other night, you could come here and have a takeaway. As you can see, it's a big restaurant. It's much larger than that Pig Floyd. A lot more space in here. And what they do is you queue here, you put your order in, and then you get a lot of sides. So instead of just getting the main course, you get a choice of sides as well. So I'll just show you what I mean by that. They usually do cakes and stuff for desserts. they're like the sides, and over there they usually do the meat, where they cut it, and over here they've got like your desserts, so all those sort of things, and that's the actual menu above. So that's your choice. You've got loads of different things. They do platters, some Louis ribs. As you can see, they do loads of stuff. Whatever you want, mac and cheese, ribs, fries, typical barbecue type food. Anyway, so that's it for now. We're going to order in a second, and then I'll come back to this once we have got our order. You can see what the food's like. So there's the brisket, which is cutting now. It's amazing. So these are the ribs. We got one lot, and we got two lots, and it also comes with a side of mac, cheese, their beans and fries. The whole lot came to $42. So it was less than what we paid the other day, because that was over $50. So this is definitely cheaper. So we'll just eat it, and I'll let you know what it's like afterwards. So they're the ribs. They taste really nice. They could have been a bit hotter, but that's about all. And I don't mean hot in spice, I mean hot in temperature. But they're nice, there's plenty big portion of them. We actually got a full rack, and that's the other side of it. And we split it between us. And my wife has got the mac and cheese and the fries. So nice. What do you think of it?
Lovely, delicious.
Yeah, good. So that's it for the minute, and we'll be back afterwards. Quick sum up. Well, the ribs were lovely. Compared to the ones we had at Pig Floyd, these weren't as soft, but the flavour was fantastic. There was a lot more meat on them. So overall, I would say, I think these possibly just won. I couldn't eat all of them. I've still got two left, as you may or may not be able to see. Yeah, look, there's still two left. But otherwise, everything else went. My wife said the mac and cheese wasn't great, a bit watery. She liked her fries. I had the baked beans, and I love their baked beans. They also have what they call burnt bits in it, and that's like the burnt bit of the brisket actually added into the beans. They're delicious. I've had them before. Quite sweet, but they're really, really nice. And the beans themselves were quite firm. When I had them the other day at Pig Floyd, they were a little bit mushy. They weren't as firm. So overall, and also this was $10 cheaper. Grant you, we never had the brisket, but we did have a full rack of ribs. I only had a half a rack yesterday. So overall, this was nearly about $10 cheaper. There was more food. I think it possibly better cooked. So I think overall, I'd say Four Rivers was the winner out of the two. By the way, if you do like it here, you could also buy some of their merchandise, but the sauces that they put on their food and the rubs, you can buy that and bring it back if you want to. I've done that in the past. It's been quite amazing, because when I do a barbecue at home and I've used their sauce, everybody's very impressed, because it's a sauce you can't buy in the UK. So obviously if you're in the US, it's different. But if you come to England, you're not going to get that particular sauce. So it kind of gives you a bit more authenticity and a bit more originality. So, definitely worth coming. As I say, the one I've come to is in Kissimmee, but there are quite a few of them all over Orlando. Definitely recommend it. And if you're in Orlando, come and give this a try. You can either come for lunch, or I think they're open to about 8 or 9 at night. So, and again, they do takeaways, so you can always take it home with you. So that's it for the minute, and we'll be moving on shortly, and I'll come back to you when we're at our next venue. Till then, bye for now. Well, I'm at another shopping mall. This time it's the Millenia shopping mall, which is kind of the posh version of the other shopping mall. There are two here. There's the Florida Mall, which is a kind of standard, ordinary shopping mall, and there's this shopping mall, which has all what you might call the posh shops. So you've got Louis Vuitton, Chanel, even the Macy's sells different stuff in here to what it would sell in their other branches. It's all far more expensive usually, much more upmarket quality. As I say, it's really got things like Cartier, Tommy Bahama, all the more expensive brands are here. So if you're looking for quality stuff, this is definitely a place to go to. It's not an outlet mall, so you do have to pay full price, but I'll show you what it looks like. I'm just going to turn around the camera. So this is it here. This is just one of the ways in. The place itself is massive. I can't show you the whole of the outside because it just goes on and on. It's like a massive round circle, and there's entrances from all the stores into the mall itself. So going in here, I'll try and show you around a little bit once we're inside, but as I say, definitely a place to come to if you're in Orlando. It's called the Millenia Shopping Mall and definitely worth visiting. This is inside the store and it's pretty big. This is just the jewellery and the watch section, and over here you've got the men's department, and you can possibly see from the names all the top brands are in here. Ralph Lauren, Calvin Klein, Karl Lagerfeld, Tommy Hilfiger, they're all in here. Now, as I say, this is not an outlet mall, so if you are looking to get a bargain, this may not be the place. However, there's always sales on here, so the prices are often reduced, and you will get tip-top stuff. So although maybe not as cheap as you might like, the actual quality and selection is first class. So this is just to give you a quick idea of what you can expect. And as you can see, there's plenty here. It's on a couple of levels as well, so it's pretty big. You're coming out of Macy's, and this is what you come into. So you can see you've got Armani, upstairs you've got Gucci. There's lots of designer stores in here, as I said. They seem to be doing a lot of building work, so it's not maybe as open as it used to be with as many stores, but I'm sure there's lots as you go round. Big Apple store. Under Armour. Up there, upstairs is where the food hall is. So we're going to go up there in a moment. Well, that's the food hall over there. If you look down, you can see the makes. There's Bulgari over there, Amiga, Rolex. I mean, it really is upmarket. Next door Rolex is Prada, so you really have got a huge variety of stores here. The food hall, and these are all the food things that are available. Very similar to what's in all the shopping malls. It's a really good selection here. Price is about the same as well. They also have a cheesecake factory here, and on opposite is a really nice Italian restaurant called the Brio Tuscan Grill. I've eaten in there before, it's very, very good. But this is the Cheesecake Factory, which of course is famous for their cheesecakes, but they also have a full restaurant. So we'll go in and you can see. Oh, we're inside. We've ordered a peach. I've got a peach soft drink. And my wife, you got the lemonade? Raspberry lemonade. So So that's what we've had. Oh, strawberry lemonade apparently. And we've ordered a piece of cheesecake each, which we're gonna have. And I'll show you the cheesecake once it shows up. So that's the cheesecake that I've ordered, which looks very, very nice, as you can see. So that's mine. You can see it's really nice. And this is a carrot cake with like a whipped cream. Also looks very nice. Does it taste good? What's it taste like? Yeah? So all in all, the cakes are delicious. I've been told that the actual cheesecake is delicious, which I'm going to eat in a second, and so is the carrot cake. So that just about winds it up. I don't know how much it's going to come to, but I'll come back and tell you afterwards. So I've had the bill. Bill's sitting here now. It came to a grand total of $39.88. The lemonades and the strawberry lemonade were both $6.50 each. The strawberry cheesecake was $12.50 and the carrot cake was $11.95. As I say, the total was $39.88. Keeping in mind this is for an afternoon tea. The food though was excellent. I mean, both the cheesecake I thought was great. Lots of strawberries, lovely taste. Yeah, I mean you couldn't ask for better. My wife said her carrot cake was the best she'd ever had, so that speaks volumes. We both couldn't eat all of it, so they've given us a box and we're going to take that back to the resort where we can finish it off later. But overall, a really nice afternoon, pleasant tea. We both enjoyed it very much and definitely would recommend you coming back to the Millennium Mall to go to the Cheesecake Factory and give it a try yourself. So until the next one, I'll see you soon. So another evening, we're going to have another barbecue dinner tonight, only this time it's a takeaway. I've come to a place that I've never been to. I've heard of it, but I've never been to it. It's called Sonny's Barbecue. It's not far away. It's on the same road that you would go to if you were going to Disney World. But I thought I'd come in and give it a go. We just fancied something different. And it should make interesting dinner because we've not had it here before. So I'll show you what it looks like from the outside. It's evening time at the moment. It's about 7:45 in the evening. So I'm going to go in and get my takeaway. There's a big sign over there that says Sonny's Barbecue Drive-Thru. We're right on a main road. There's loads of restaurants along here, and this is going to be like a takeout. So I'm going in to find out what it's like, and well, you can come with me, and we'll go and have a look. Well, that's interesting. It's open from 11 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the evening, and on the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, it's open to 9:30. So, is it all right if it's all right, I'm going to order as well. I want a takeaway. Is that where I go? Great, thank you. So, as you can see, that's what it looks like in here. I don't know what the food's like, but we'll find out in a minute. So anyway, I'm just going to go and order the food. There's a little booth here where they take your takeaway order. So we'll see what it's like. And I'll come back when we've got the order. And we're going to have it back in our room. So I'll come back to you once I'm there. See you later. Been serving me. I've just got the bill and the whole lot, which was for homestyle mac and cheese, a full rack of ribs, beans, the whole lot was $21.29, which compared to what I've been paying is pretty good, but it depends I suppose on how big the portion is. But it all sounds good. This place has been around since when? 1960?
1968, this location 1 year.
Yeah, so this location I thought was new. Have they got more than one branch here?
Yes, I'm not too sure where. I know there's a lot in Gainesville.
Right.
The Orlando area has quite a bit though as well.
Okay, so well thank you for that. So that's it, I'm going to sit down now and wait and we'll see where we go from there. There's the menu. You can see, there you go, you can see what they've got. Yeah, so that's pretty good. I mean, $21 is very good because the meals we've been having in these barbecue restaurants so far have cost over $40. I mean, Pig Floyd was over $50. So this is pretty good value. Anyway, it all depends on how good the food is. I won't know that till I get back to the room and I unpack it. I'll show you what it looks like when we get there, and we'll go from there. So as I say, until we get back to the room, it's bye for me for the time being, but I'll be back. Back at the room, the amount of food we got, considering what we paid, which wasn't a huge amount, was amazing. So I'm going to show you what we've got. We got a full rack of ribs. There's one lot there, and there's one lot there. There's your mac and cheese, which my wife just tried and said it was excellent, and the baked beans. All in all, the whole lot, well, these are baby back ribs as opposed to the others, which I think were a different style of rib. I think they were Kansas City, but these look amazing. I just tasted a little bit of the sauce. They look good as well. The actual bark, I don't know if you can see that. That looks good. So overall, this looks like a really good find, and for $21, I don't really think you can go wrong. So that's that for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with more goodies. Until then, it's good night. Welcome back. Well, if you go to Orlando, you have to do something Disney. I mean, that's one of the reasons everybody comes here. But you don't have to go to the theme parks to enjoy summer Disney. In this case, today, we've come to Disney Springs, which is like a shopping experience, entertainment, all sorts of things. And the best news is you don't have to pay to come in. Even the car park is free. It's about 15-20 minutes from where we're staying. So you've got the opportunity to easily have a wander around. It costs you nothing. This is a quick map of the place. Oh, so this shows you where you go. As you can see, it's quite big. There's restaurants here, shops, etc. So this is it going ahead. In front of us is the largest Disney store in the world. There are lots of restaurants. There's the Polite Pig here, Harley Davidson shop over there. It's just a nice place, and to be honest, I've been here many times, but it's quite busy today. Considering it's only about 5:30, there's a lot more people than you might expect, and considering the parks are not that full, this place is quite hustle and bustle. So we're going to have a wander around. I'll take you with me, and I'll put the camera on from time to time just so you can see various things that are going on here. So be back shortly. Stay with us. Over there you've got the Rainforest Cafe, you've got pretzels, smoothies, Legoland. Oh, you can see the balloon up there that you can go. It doesn't actually go anywhere, it's tethered, but you get a great view. Over there is the famous Ghirardelli ice cream parlour. They do the best ice cream anywhere. Into Ghirardelli's, I've ordered an ice cream, which should be very nice. Can't wait to try it. We've had ice cream here before, as I say, it's fantastic. So, just to show you what it looks like, they've changed it all around from when I was here last. But basically, you order there and collect over there, and then you go outside and eat it. So that's what we're doing. They're giving me one of these machines that will bleep and tell me when they're ready. And once they do, that will be it. We'll have our ice cream. I'll show you what it looks like when it shows up. Ice cream. It looks amazing. We're going to eat it. I know it's going to taste amazing because I've had before. And that's about it for the minute. I've brought you inside the Disney store so you can see how big it is. They've got just about everything in here. Anything Disney, this is the place to come to. Stuff isn't necessarily very cheap, but if you're into Disney, this is where you'll find everything you want. You see, there's lots of merchandise, lots of clothing, t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets. They've also got things like the Haunted Mansion, which is there. And it's at the moment, it's Halloween time, and they're very big out here on Halloween. So they really will push it with a lot of Halloween merchandise. into Star Wars. They've got Star Wars stuff here. Got the standard Disney Mickey Mouse and all that stuff. Yeah, they've got that here as well. Soft cuddly toys in abundance. It's actually not too busy. I mean, there's plenty of people in here, but it could be a lot more packed than it actually is. This is for Cars. Do you know they're going to have a new Disney ride here soon called Cars? So they're obviously getting ready to promote that more. So say Halloween's very big, so there's all this Halloween stuff. If you come here another time of the year, you won't see any of this, so keep that in mind. This is not something I have all the year round, it's just something they have during September. And I think it runs on to November, so all this will be here till then. So if you're coming soon, this is what you're going to be able to get. So there's loads of stuff here, as I say. If you don't want to spend too much, you don't have to. If you just want to just get a little knick-knack maybe to take home, a little souvenir, there are things that you can buy that are not too expensive and be nice for the kids. In fact, last year I bought my own water bottle, which I don't think they've got the same one. Oh yes, they have. Yeah, my water bottle's down there. I've still got the same one now. I think I paid about $30 for it. Well, actually, I think it's about the same price, $35, $40. But it's really good. Products are always good quality. So it might be a little bit more expensive than what you would normally pay, but the quality is good. So, you've had a bit of a look around, you get the general idea of what's here. And if you come, of course, this is definitely the place to go to. As I said, if you're going to go to Disney, or you're going to come to Orlando, Disney has to be on your list at some point. You don't have to go to the park, so you don't have to spend a fortune. Today has really just cost me for an ice cream. That's all I've paid for. You don't have to buy anything at all if you don't want to. I would suggest bringing your own drinking water or a drink, because it gets very hot. It's got to be over 90 degrees outside, so I definitely would make sure you're well hydrated and you keep yourself going, because otherwise you'll end up ill. So that's it in here for the time being. We'll go outside and see what else we can find. And because of the time of year, which is of course fall, there's even a nice sign up saying "Fall into Magic at Disney Springs." So that's nice. These are some of the other shops: Sephora, Lacoste, for sure, Stance, Superdry, Fabletics, Kendra Scott, loads of different shops here. organs as well, all in the area. And earlier on there was a couple of girls on roller skates dressed like witches. They were wandering around. So it just gives a nice atmosphere, something a bit different as opposed to just a shopping mall. So, you know, it's worth looking at if you're coming down. There's always different stuff here. Okay, so it's night time at Silver Springs, and it's all lit up. Comes alive. There's music, live bands. Come to where all the restaurants are, the main restaurants. There's steak restaurants, Italian restaurants. So there's all sorts of things down there. There's an Irish pub, but it all comes alive from now on. And it has a completely different vibe to it. So if you'd come earlier like we did, you could stay till late and enjoy the magic of the place. So you've got a pizza place there. STK Steaks just over here. Rio and Enzo's is the pizza, but it also does other stuff, I believe, other than just pizzas. The Paradiso's also down here, which is another restaurant. But you can see it's really buzzing. And keep in mind it's September, so this is not the busy time. So you can imagine what it's like when it really gets busy. So one of the places that's always good to come to is the Raglan Road pub. It's an Irish pub, surprise, surprise. But it's got a really nice atmosphere. There's usually entertainment. In fact, there's a band, I think, well, a two-piece band playing in there now. So you go in here. If you don't want to sit down for a meal, you can just go and have bar food. So you can go straight in, go to the bar, and as you can see, it's pretty packed. It's very packed. But it's really nice in here. And you've got music. And you go sit around by the bar. And you can, as I said, to eat and drink. But it's really good in here. And the music goes on for quite a while. There's usually a few acts. So yeah, so it's very entertaining, pass away an hour or so in here, and no entry, just the food. I think the food is not too badly priced, which for Disney makes a change. And I've eaten here before and the food's always been good. So definitely something that you might want to try should you come to Disney Springs. Okay, so that's about it for this evening. We've had a long day, and I think we're going to go back to the resort to relax. But I hope you enjoyed tonight. It sort of gave you an idea of what's here, both daytime and nighttime. The drummers are back at it again. They're doing a nighttime show. But overall, I just think you can have a really good time here. And as I said, you don't have to spend anything. The meal in the Raglan came to about $29, and I gave the guy a tip on top, so it's about $35. I had a beer, my wife had an orange juice, and we had some onion rings. So not especially cheap, but nevertheless, it was a good, it was a nice evening. So that's what happened today. As I said, if you want to come down here, that's what you can expect. Sorry about the drumming, so we're just going fast. But that's about it for this evening. We'll be back tomorrow with maybe more reviews. Till then, good night from me. So today we're at the Florida Mall. Now there are a number of malls here. As I say, we've already been to the
Millennia Mall, which was the one I went to the other day. This particular mall is a little bit more down to earth. It's where you would probably go if you lived here and just do your average shopping. It's a huge place. We're going to go in there in a minute. We're actually out by near where the food hall is, so I'm going to go in, I'll show you around, and we'll go from there. So this is the mall. This is the dining pavilion. There's loads of different dining experiences in here, so that's where we're going to go, and then from there we'll be able to have a look around in some of the shops. So I'm in the food hall, and as you can probably see, there's loads of things. Five Guys. I'll just turn it around, you can have a look. Five Guys, U Green. It's a big area. There's restaurants here as well. Brazilian steakhouse. There's loads of different stuff here. And out of all the food halls, this is probably the biggest of any of them. So we're going to have a look around, and I'll show you what we end up with once we get it. Okay, well I've decided to have the teriyaki grill, but they cook it all fresh. They do it all you can see. And then it comes with rice, spring rolls, noodles, fresh vegetables. I've just paid for it. It came to $17.25, so not too bad. My wife had orange chicken, which is from down there. That was a similar price. So I'll show it to you when it's finished, and we'll have a look at it when we get back to the table. So that's my teriyaki with shrimp and beef. And that's my wife's orange chicken with fresh vegetables and egg fried rice. And as you can see, it looks very nice. Even the ice cream parlours here are a little bit special. Look at that. It's called Luciano's. The ice cream's amazing. Big wide aisles with loads of shops. That's it for now. We're finishing off in here. We're going to leave. I hope you got some idea of what's about in this place. As I said, it's very big. Certainly a day out if you want to come and do a bit of shopping. It's not an outlet mall like the others, but it's one of the main shopping places. So if you fancy a day's shopping, yeah, come here. There's plenty to do. There's big Macy's. There's loads of department stores. I think JCPenney are in here. You can really have a good time if shopping is your thing. But as I say, it's not an outlet mall, so the prices may be a bit more expensive. But then again, you've got more of a selection. Anyhow, till I come back, that's it for now. Now, just another tip. Just up the road from the hotel or the resort, about 5-10 minutes away, on the main road outside, there's a really good ice cream place. Yeah, so it's called Swells. So we've been coming here for many years, and if you like nice ice cream, this place is fantastic. I've just ordered 2 small ice creams with cherries and hot chocolate sauce. Comes with everything, nuts, etc. And the whole lot came to less than $10. So, I mean, that's brilliant value. Ice cream, I know, as I say, it's fabulous. We've been here before. So it's just another place you might want to try. It's on International Drive. It's on the opposite side from where the resort is. And it's heading back into towards the Prime Outlet Centre and towards the main part of iDrive. So look, it's just a thought. If you fancy a nice ice cream, I'll show it to you in a minute what they look like. Come here, you can't go wrong. The 2 ice creams. We've got my one, which is with the chocolate sauce, the fresh cream, the nuts, the cherry, and my wife has got a vanilla one with loads of cherries, cherry sauce, and you can see it looks amazing. So that's about it for here, but I just thought you might like to see it. Well, it's come to that point where I now have to sum up the holiday and what I think of the place and everything else. So let me first of all say, as I've said all along, that we've been here many times before, so we actually do like this place. We've come back time and time again,
and based on our current experience, we'll be back again next year. So as you've gathered, from my point of view, it's a very favourable place to come to. Now, there's a few things I wanted to add that I haven't mentioned. One is the fact that when you arrive at the customs to go through immigration, you can get a thing called MPC, which stands for Mobile Passport Control. You can do that before you get here, and what it does, it sees you through passport control much faster. You can do all the paperwork, filling in online, so that when you finally get here, you could literally just pass through the queues very, very quickly. In fact, I think from the time we landed to the time we got out with our luggage and got the car was only about 45 minutes. So that was pretty quick. So it's worth looking at. If you haven't heard of it, it's called M for Mother, P for Peter, and C for Charlie. Look it up. It doesn't cost anything. It's completely free, but it can save you time when you're arriving. And if you've had a long flight like we did, anything that's going to save a bit of time is probably well worth looking into. Now, regarding staying here, which is what I would say I was going to feature all along, we've actually decided that while we're here this time, we've booked to stay an extra 3 days. So I contacted Virgin and extended the trip. We were supposed to go back today, which is Tuesday, but we've extended it by 3 more days, and we now don't go back to Friday. Unfortunately, the cost wasn't that cheap. It actually came to about £1,000. That was to change the flights, to extend the car hire, and obviously to rebook our 2-bedroom room that we have here for another 3 days. Now, I did actually make inquiries about doing this before I left, but they wanted even more than £1,000. I think it worked out that they wanted about £380 odd just to change the flight date, which, to be honest, seems really exorbitant when you consider all they've got to do is probably sit at a computer after checking if the flights are available and just switching the paperwork. It's not really a big deal. It probably took them all of 10 minutes, but they charged about £380 odd for the privilege of doing it. Anyhow, we're here. We're going to stay for 3 more days. I'm quite happy to do so. But it's just a tip in case you're thinking you're doing the same, or maybe you just like it and want to stay on, or maybe somebody's ill or whatever. That's what you can expect. As for staying here, well, as I said, you can have a great time. We've thoroughly enjoyed it here. We've not really had any problems other than the check-in, where we had to kind of argue a little bit on where we were going to be and the room, even though I phoned them twice prior to coming to check that where we were going to be was good for both them and me. But they were very good in the end. The manager came out and sorted it. So that was fine in the finish. The only other thing I think I mentioned at the beginning was when we got to the room, the oven was missing a tray so that you could cook on, but again that was brought up quickly. And overall the staff here have been very, very good, very accommodating, very helpful, and I've got no real complaints. So, as I say, to come back next year isn't even a thought. We'll be doing it as soon as the flights become available, which they don't normally come available till about nearly 2 months after we go back. It's just the way Virgin arrange their flights. So as a word to Virgin, if you're watching this, maybe you could do something about the flights and make them available at least a year, give a year's deadline away from when you want to come, and that way I could go straight back and rebook it. At the moment I can't. So that's just a tip for both Marriott and Virgin. Regarding everything else, well, I hope you found the video informative and useful. I hope I gave you some new ideas, particularly the takeaways, which you can obviously now do by going to most of the restaurants and bringing the food back. As you also saw, we didn't go to any theme parks. The nearest we got was Disney Springs, which was just a day out surrounded by all the things you'd expect from Disney. So you kind of have a bit of Disney magic, even though without the rides. So it isn't compulsory to go, but if you've got kids, I'm sure they will tell you different. But if you don't want to go, you can still have a good holiday, which was exactly what we've had. We've spent time around the pool, we've gone shopping, to say we went to Disney Springs, we've had a really good time. We may still go down to the coast, we haven't decided yet, but as it stands, I'm not sure if we will or we won't. The weather is changing here all the time. In fact, as I'm talking to you now, you can probably see the sunshine's come out. That's the first time it's done that since yesterday. So things do change here very rapidly. If you do come though, I would definitely recommend this place, both for singles, couples, families, etc. It's got a lovely atmosphere, nice staff, nice rooms, and they are refurbishing a lot of the buildings as I talk. So maybe when you come out, your room may be completely outdated. Mine wasn't, but it was still very nice, very clean. Maybe a little chip here and a little chip there, but nothing to really moan about. So that's about it for this time. Not sure when the next review will be out. We'll obviously cover more places as we go along, and if I find anything that you like, then obviously I will put them in. Oh, just one note, as I didn't mention, one of the facilities you've got here, you can do barbecue. You actually have barbecues all around the resort. They're free to use. You just bring in your own food. You can get the meat from Publix or one of the supermarkets. You can get barbecue, meat, ribs, chicken, etc. If you want fish, of course, you can bring fish in and do your own barbecue with you and your family or your partner or whatever you want. And yeah, there you go. You just see what it looks like. So there's plenty of those around. Shouldn't have a problem finding one. And they'll give you all the utensils you need should you wish to do it. Just something different, something a bit unusual, and maybe something you may like to do while you're here. And also, of course, if you're doing it with the family, will help keep the costs down. So until the next video, that's about it from me for now. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because that way you won't miss anything. If you haven't seen the other two parts of the video, please do. There's parts 1 and part 2 under the same heading, but just saying parts 1 and part 2. And please, if you've enjoyed it, give the video a thumbs up, because that helps the channel. And until the next time, well, it's bye from me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.